Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be addressing people, well, some sectors of people, and let them know that despite all the hype about Canada being the most populous country in the world, despite all the hype about Canada being the most accommodating country in the world, it is still not for everybody. You need to understand that there are so many things about moving into a new land, and you getting yourself together and understanding what to expect, the realities of the things ahead of you, and keying into them, and for you to be able to make it a new home for you to settle into. So I'm going to be sharing a few things, and if you find any of these things in you, just know that Canada is not for you. You can try other countries, just kidding, but just know that there are so many things for you to be able to know about Canada, and if these are things that you find in yourself, then think about moving to other countries. First on my list is to let you know that it is a new reality. Coming to Canada, it is an entirely new reality. Sometimes these things don't dawn on us and we don't understand until we actually move. Some people don't find it important to do their research before they move into a new land. And if you do, sometimes as well, you have to step in to be able to find or understand the nitty-gritty of things that operate here in Canada. But it's still important that you do your research. That helps you a long way. At least you know, and then you have reason to expect some things that come to you. So it's not hearsay. Being a new reality, so many things will change for you. And if you are not ready for that change, it becomes difficult for you. And then you start comparing between Canada and the country that you are in. Just know for sure that no country in the world is perfect. No system is perfect. There's nothing that is set on a bed of roses. But while you begin to look at the things that you have left behind, vis-a-vis the things that you have come to meet, it makes you wonder, why did you move? But you must come to the reality of the new place that you are moving into and just flush it. Number two, I would say if you are not a flexible person, you are very conservative, or you carry those old notions in your mind from your old country, it is very difficult for you to live in Canada. There are so many things that would drive you crazy here, and you will obviously need to set your mind again to the reality of the things that operate here in Canada. Canada is different. You need to be flexible. Look at jobs, for instance. If you're a professional from your home country and you come into Canada looking for that same kind of job and you don't find it, how would you react to it? Would it make you feel guilty that why did I move? Or you just begin to walk towards the reality of the things that you've met on ground. You need to understand that things are different, and that's why flexibility comes into play. You need to look at the brighter side of things. The main reasons for you to move in, apart from you trying to make a good living, will be something that still encourages you even through all these seasons of life that happens to you in Canada. Things are going to be changing. Things are going to change for you drastically. And as you begin to have those phases of changes, you need to understand that if you don't remain flexible, you will miss those transitions that happen to you. Job is one, weather is another. There are other things, meeting people, finding friendships, having people that are genuinely interested in you. It's something that drives people crazy because you don't find some things here the way you find them in your country. And as much as you remain too conservative or you are not open-minded to the things that come your way, then you are not the kind of person Canada is looking for. For those that are lazy, for those that complain a lot, I don't think Canada is for you. Like I said earlier, things are going to be shifting differently. Things are going to be looking a bit confusing to you. And then if you look at things from a complainant's perspective, it will not give you an edge for you to be able to want to continue to stay here in Canada. You need to look at things from the bright side. If you're lazy and you've heard before that maybe government gives people money in Canada so you can just come here and lazy around and wait for government to pay you, then Canada is not for you. The support that government gives to Canadians or people that live here are from taxpayers' money, so they are not free money that should be taken or received without putting in your own best self into the labor market. You've been moved into Canada, or you have moved by way of immigration into Canada to come and add your own, expertise into the labor market. So it is not for you to come here and sit tight and wait that government will pay me without doing anything. So government don't reward lazy people. Government encourage everybody to work and you get paid. For some of the benefits that people receive, government try to leverage or to put a level playing field on almost all people that live here in Canada. So for instance, if you earn so much, you're paying more in taxes. If you earn less, you have better benefits, or just to give you a way to settle or have a good way to be able to live a good life here in Canada. But if you decide not to work, then government will not be able to help you. And that's why a good community is very good. If you surround yourself with people that are genuinely interested in your progress, that are genuinely interested in how your well-being pans out, then it will help you tremendously in pushing forward. You have to surround yourself with people that will push you, people that will drive you, people that will encourage you, people that will tell you that you need to do this to be a better person, or you need to go in for this particular course, or you need to change this job. If you sit tight on a particular job, then you're not helping yourself. As professionals from your foreign country coming into Canada, you've had so many caps up your sleeves, and then you come here and things are not working the way you feel they are. You feel heaven and earth has fallen on you. But what you need to do is to hold on to that belief for the reason why you have moved. And with your support system that you have here, your encouragers, those that show you that things are obviously going to be better here, will help you to push forward. You can't sit or rest on your hours here in Canada. You must be seen to be doing your very best, and that's when you will reap the fruit of the labor that you're investing into whatever you're doing. Have people that will encourage you. If you have people that are demotivating you or telling you you can sit tight, then please, by all means, cut off from those people. Honestly, this is also a mindset thing, and there's always what they call the law of attraction. You always attract your kind of person. So if you're a laid back person, if you're a lazy person, if you're a complainant, you will attract such a person. And of course, in those kind of people, you find yourself just gearing into the same space. You are both complaining, you are both lazy, you are always finding loopholes or finding ways to have negative concerns or negative things to say about something or a topic or a person or even Canada at large. But when you look inwards and you are very someone that has the drive within yourself, you will attract your kind. You will attract your kind of person, and by that it helps you to push forward in the things that you need to do in Canada. And Canada, in fact, Canada rewards good labor. I know that so many people complain that when you begin to earn higher in the ranks, you begin to earn the 6 figures and 7 figures, you're paying almost 50% of your money or your income as tax. Yes, Canada does not give room for people to really be wealthy, except you are a business owner. You can't be wealthy working for someone. That is already a law that exists, that has been said and said over the time. So don't look at a situation whereby you will be working 8 to 5 and think that you are going to be wealthy. It won't happen here in Canada. If you want wealth, please go look for a business that you will engage in. Yes, this is also for as many that find ways to break the law or they have those corrupt mindset. Canada is not for you. Canada is not for you. I know there are corrupt people everywhere. There are people that are always looking for ways to defraud, to steal money from you, to be able to cheat you. But Canada is not for you if that is what you want to live on. So if you are somebody like that, don't even think that you will come to Canada, because the law will find you out. That's the truth. Maybe in your country you found ways to be able to hide behind the law, or find ways to, from the loopholes that you find, and still be able to perpetrate all this evil that you're doing. But when you come to Canada, these things are difficult. They are so difficult to do. I know people still do it. We always warn new immigrants to be careful of clicking some links that are being sent to them by text or by email, or check the sender of the email before you click something. Be sure that the address is right. There are fraudsters everywhere, but it is easier to find them out here in Canada than maybe your country if you really don't have a good system that works, that be able to fish out those people that are corrupt within you. And if you are someone that also takes bribe or gives bribes to be able to find your way through something, it is happening in other countries as well. But here in Canada, it is always by merit. You must earn what you have. You can't be paying for it. Who do you want to pay? Who do you want to pay? And those that do it, they can't be very bold to come out to do these things. They are always doing it behind the back and for fear of being caught. So you must be very careful. Hard work is what is expected here in Canada. They are looking for people that will put in their labor into the service here and build the economy of Canada. That's why Canada is constantly looking for immigrants, skilled workers. They call it skilled workers. They are not looking for bribers. They are not looking for corrupt people. They are not looking for lazy people. They are not looking for racists. They are looking for people that are skilled in their profession to be able to come add value to the economy of Canada. So if you are not one of these, then Canada is not looking for you. Are you someone that is very comfortable in your comfort zone? You are finding it difficult to step out. You are afraid that if you step out, something wrong, just happens. Then I don't think Canada is for you, because you must be somebody that can always step out of that comfort zone. You must be able to take risks. Even here in Canada, there's nothing that is guaranteed. Even the job that you have is not guaranteed. I know someone that went to work in the morning, and then the manager or the supervisor was still telling him, you're doing a good job, you're doing this, you're doing that. And then by the end of the day, he got a letter to let him go. It was an immediate termination. It wasn't even a 2 weeks for him to work. He was let go immediately. There's no guarantee. That's why we always encourage people to have businesses or side gigs or things that they can always leverage on that still build income for them. By the time and over the years, you can always go into it and it becomes your source of livelihood. Working here for a paid job 8 to 5 is not a guarantee. So if you're still comfortable in that zone, then you are missing it, because it can fall off your hands at any time. As much as we all try to be able to do our very best in our places of work, this is already a system that is dynamic, a culture that is very different. Everybody from all over the world, they are here. And for you trying to understand the culture that builds or binds us up here, the culture that is so different from you, the way they speak here, the way jokes are cracked here. Sometimes you might say something and somebody finds it very offensive when you are joking. So there are so many learning curves here. So if you sit in your comfort zone, or you feel that all is secure for you because you are just in that comfort zone, then you are missing it. You need to look inwards and begin to change that strategy. You must be diverse. You must look at ways in which to do things differently. Don't sit tight in a particular place, because like I say, there is also no guarantee. And giving your very best to an employer is very good. But on the flip side too, they don't think twice when they have to let you go. They won't think twice when they have to let you go. I'm repeating that. So that is why you also must be guided, and you must also look at opportunities that you can tap into that will help you build wealth here in Canada. So I'm encouraging you to step out of your comfort zone. Don't sit tight there. Don't be comfortable there as you are working. Wherever you're looking for better opportunities, you're maybe building up your career in your profession by studying or doing courses, or looking for better ways to stay relevant in your field, so that you begin to find it, or employers find it difficult to let you go, or you begin to be the most searched person around. When you put in your resume here, you easily get those offers and people are looking for you, and that's how you stay on top of your game. So don't sit tight where you are, because things can change at any time. I also mentioned that Canada is a diverse country. We have different cultural beliefs, different people. Even you from your country, you have brought your own culture here. When you see your people here, there's a way you relate. And that's why culture are strict and are also meant to be preserved. Despite your diversity from your countries and you're bringing that to Canada, it doesn't change the culture here in Canada. Most of us that have come from my diverse countries have actually come and learn the new culture here. as much as we also don't want to throw away our culture, we have to embrace what we come to meet. We are the ones that have come. We have to embrace it. It's like a woman that has left her father and her mother's name and have come to marry somebody else. You left the last name and you marry somebody and you take up the new name. That is what it is. If you are not ready to do that, then Canada is not for you. You must embrace the culture. You must understand the way things are run. You must understand how to relate with other culture, all other beliefs. And that's why when you're looking for a job, they're looking for a Canadian experience. And within that Canadian experience is those cultural fits. How you relate, how you are able to accommodate other people, how you tolerate, how you speak, how you absorb information. So many of these things, they are all basically cultural fit. If you are a professional and you can work in your field, it's really not a big deal, but it's the fit that is most important, so that you don't come in and then you become an alien within them, or you become someone that is intolerant or someone that does not understand the culture. Some people really don't talk, because part of the differences, I've spoken about it in one of my videos, that some of the differences also are that we are open-minded from my own culture, where we come from. We talk about things frankly, we say it as is. But here in Canada, it is sugar-coated. It is not said. You will not hear a Canadian tell you how they feel directly to you. They won't tell you that. And they look at you, you feel that all is well. Meanwhile, it might not be well. So you must understand that and know how to relate with people despite all these odds and still be able to fit in well. These are the few lists of things I thought to bring your way. So if you fall into any of this category, I know there's still so much more, but these are just a few. Know that Canada is not for you, but if you have reason to work on yourself, understand that you need to be able to accept the new culture, understand that you need to be able to sit up and be a hardworking person, and so many more things, then you can begin to consider coming to Canada. Canada needs you. If you're ready to fit in, Canada needs you. If you're ready to embrace their culture, and if you're ready to work hard. Thank you for watching. Do share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye for now.